What is going on, guys? We have a really highly requested video here, how to shoot spares. So one of the most common questions I get is, how do you shoot spares? What are some tips? What are some tricks? What are some things you can do to improve those? We have Maribeth Baker here, college bowler for Duquesne University, and she's gonna be showing us some advanced ways to shoot spares. I'm gonna be showing you the beginner ways because I'm the scrub in this situation. I will show you a beginner's method on how to shoot spares. She will show an advanced method. We're gonna go over some games and some tricks you can play that she actually plays at practice at college. So, hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to sub if you enjoy videos like this, but let's get right into it. First thing we're gonna show you is a beginner method on how to shoot spares. So this one is called the 3-6-9 method. So, right now I am lined up with where I can hit the pocket, go high flush. We're gonna first show what you do to hit a 2-pin. So, in 3-6-9, the first number is 3. So what I'm gonna do is move 3 boards to the right with my feet, keep my eyes in the same exact spot. When doing this, I will hit the 2-pin pretty much in the face. And I even get the strike, but that hit the 2-pin directly in the face. That was 3 board move to the right, looking at the same spot at the arrows. So if you're okay with hooking at your spares, which is why this is a beginner method, this is how you can hit the 2-pin. Now we're gonna move 6 boards because that is how you hit the 4-pin. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and this should then hit the 4-pin in the face. And 4-pin in the face, slightly left. So that is exactly what we got. That would have hit the 7 also. The 9 in this situation is always a little bit iffy. We're just gonna throw a ball to reset everything. We have a house ball here. So, what this does is this gives you a way that you can hit anything on the left side. Now, the issue is right side spares. They're a little bit tougher. The 10-pin gets neglected in this a little more because hooking at a 10-pin is very, very difficult. But we're gonna assume I left a 3-pin. I'm gonna move 3 boards to the left, hitting the same spot I was with going high flush. And just like that, 3-pin square in the face would pick up the 3-6-10. So that was 3 boards to the left to hit the 3-pin, which is the one to the right. Same exact method applies for the 6 and the 10-pin. So that is our beginner method on how to pick up spares, called the 3-6-9 method. Next, we're gonna jump to the advanced method that Maribeth Baker is gonna show us. Next up, we're gonna show an advanced method, and this is simply throwing straight at your spares. This is what any professional bowler and all college bowlers and high-level amateurs do. So I'm gonna let Maribeth take it from here and show what she does when shooting at a 10-pin to start.
So most girls, especially most college bowlers, we shoot straight at our spares. I stand at 35 with a ice ball. It's a plastic ball from Storm, and I go right over the 4th arrow to hit all my spares. That would have got the 10-pin. Was it dead on? No, but...
Okay, so that's how you shoot a 10-pin. Now, where you stand depends on your drift and where you let go of the ball, and entry angle and all of that. So for me, I stand on 20 and I look at 18 because I drift much further than Maribeth does. So it really depends. You need to go in and practice your 10-pin, see where it goes. But now let's look at a 7-pin.
So for me, I stand at 15 instead of 20 like Zach, and I hit the 4th arrow to hit my 7-pin. And just like that.
And just that easy. So this is by far and away the most consistent way to shoot spares. All right, so that is where the advanced method really comes into play. It's more consistent. You don't have to care about your oil pattern. Whatever oil pattern's out there, it doesn't matter in the slightest. All that matters is you have your spare ball, you know where to stand, you know what you need to hit. Now, if you're hooking at it, it's always a little more dependent on the oil pattern. If you're bowling on something easier, you are okay with hooking at it. It's not a big deal. You have more miss room. If you're bowling on something hard, it is very hard to hook at a 4-pin or a 7-pin. Your room for error is very tiny. Throwing it straighter will give you a little bit more room for error. So now we're gonna get into a college practice session of what they do to improve their spare shooting.
So in college, we have this thing called the spare cycle. So in a spare cycle for a more advanced method, we shoot at 7s, 10s, 6, 4, 3, 6, 10, 2, 4, 7. And we constantly do it over and over again, like five times for each of them. And that's what creates muscle memory. That's what creates good practice. So that's what creates you being consistent, going out on these tournaments and bowling on these hard oil patterns.
Here we're going to see Maribeth start with throwing a 10 pin, show a little bit of what the spare cycle looks like. There's a ton of different spare games you can play. You can play low ball, which we've talked about on TikTok previously. Go check out that video where you try to get the lowest score possible without a gutter. So any gutter counts as a spare strike. This is another really good method. The advanced and best way to do this is you throw at your 10, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2. But if you miss any of them, you start back at the 10 pin. You start back at the beginning. So there, we see her actually take off both the 10 and the 7. That's very hard to do, by the way. And then now she would move over to the 6 pin, then the 4 pin, 3, then 2. There's other things you can throw in here in the meantime. But it is a perfect way to be able to figure out where you stand on spares, see where inconsistency lies with spares, and what you need to do to actually become a better spare shooter. Because remember, every spare you miss, you lose 11 pins in that game. So you don't want to be missing spares. That can bring you from a 180 average to a 205, 210 average so quickly. And because she's already 3 for 3, we're just going to keep this clip rolling to see how far she can actually get in the cycle. This is much more difficult than we actually make it seem, and is what we call a black cloud, ladies and gentlemen. Whiffs it instantly. And that is it for how to shoot spares. Hopefully these are a few tips that help out. Let us know in the comments if you want any more suggestions or tips like this, or what your spare shooting method is. Some people have very interesting spare shooting methods. If you want to improve it, one of the easiest ways is throwing straight at them, a ton of practice, and buy a plastic ball. Everybody, plastic ball is worth it. Do not think that it is not worth it. They're the cheapest ball you can buy and the most used. I know you guys in college throw them constantly
For sure.
because you bowl on brutal patterns.
For sure.
So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe down below. Go check out Maribeth Baker's socials. She has TikTok, she has Instagram, just her name, Storm Junior Staffer. Go buy some Storm equipment just for Maribeth. Tell your pro shop you bought it because of her. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. See you on the next one.